Can democracy survive with fewer political parties, or does democracy thrive through competition and diversity of voices? That question has moved to the center of Nigeria's political debate following a landmark judgment by the Federal High Court in Abuja ordering the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC to deregister 5 political parties: the African Democratic Congress ADC, Accord, Action Alliance, Action People Party, and the Zenith Labour Party. The court ruled that these parties failed to meet constitutional requirements, particularly the electoral performance threshold required under Nigerian law. According to the judgment, the affected parties did not secure the minimum level of support expected in previous elections and are therefore no longer qualified to retain their status as registered political parties. Funny, right? At the first glance, the ruling appeared to be a victory for electoral accountability. Supporters argued that democracy should not merely be about the existence of numerous political parties, but about the existence of viable political platform capable of mobilizing voters and contributing meaningfully to governance. For years, critics have argued that Nigeria's political landscape has been crowded with parties that exist largely on paper, participate minimally in elections, and add little value to democratic competition. For this perspective, the registration could streamline the electoral process, reduce administrative burdens on INEC, and encourage parties to build stronger grassroots structure rather than relying solely on registration certificates. However, the ruling also raises important questions about the future of Nigerian multi-party democracy. Political diversity is often regarded as one of democracy's greatest strengths. Smaller parties may not win elections, but they frequently serve as platforms for new ideas, reform movements, and marginalized voices. Through democratic history around the world, many major political movements began as small parties with limited electoral success before eventually gaining national relevance. The concern among critics is that registering smaller political parties may narrow political space and reduce opportunities for alternative voices to emerge. In a political environment already dominated by larger politics or political parties, moving smaller competitors could further consolidate power among established political actors. This is particularly significant ahead of the 2027 general election. The affected parties may have played important roles in coalition building effort, negotiation, and political realignment. This removal from the political landscape could alter coalitions among opposition groups seeking to challenge dominant parties. Some analysts believe that the judgment could inadvertently strengthen the influence of major parties such as the APC, PDP, and Labour Party by reducing the number of alternative platforms available to politicians, activists, and voters. Well, while this creates a more streamlined political system, it could also reduce electoral choices available to citizens. The national comparison often means lesson. In many democracies, political parties must satisfy certain requirements to maintain registration. No doubt, countries often require minimum membership level, regular participation in elections, or a threshold of electoral support. The objective is usually to prevent the proliferation of inactive parties and maintain an organized electoral system. Yet, mature democracy recognizes the importance of political pluralism. Jurisdiction debates set relatively low barriers for party survival in order to encourage innovation, competition, and the emergence of new political voices. The broader question therefore becomes whether electoral performance alone should determine a political party's right to exist. A party may perform poorly nationally but still represent specific regional interests ideologically in their perspective. Youth movements or reform agendas measuring political relevance solely through election results may overlook the broader role parties play in democratic disclosure and citizens' engagement. The ruling also highlights the delicate responsibility of both INEC and the judiciary. While electoral regulators and courts are expected to uphold constitutional standards, they must simultaneously protect democratic participation, ensure that regulation does not become a barrier to political inclusion. Attention now turns to possible appeals. The affected parties may challenge the judgment in higher courts, arguing either procedural concerns or constitutional interpretations regarding the standards used for the registration. Such legal battles could shape future definition of political participation and party registration in Nigeria. Ultimately, this case is about more than 5 political parties. It touches on a fundamental democratic dilemma: how to balance efficiency with inclusion, accountability with representation, and order with political freedom. If democracy is ultimately about giving citizens choice, does removing underperforming parties strengthen Nigeria's democracy or reduce the diversity that keep it alive? Share your thoughts with us in the comment and don't forget to like and join the next analysis. Do well to subscribe. It will make me happy. See you in my next post.